So this video I'm about to make is just to give you some excerpts from the book, and also to like kind of give you some background, right? I know the book was written for engineering students, but I'm quite sure that a lot of the things that I dropped in that book can also be applied to non-engineering students. So if you know anyone who is studying right now in any university, you can get them the book. But this is the reason why I'm making this video. So I want to just tell you like 5 things that I think that a lot of people miss when they go to school. And I wish that someone had told me this, earlier, which is why I wrote the book, just to benefit those that are coming behind me. And I know some of the things I'm going to be saying will be controversial, which is good. I want to hear your opinion. So the number one thing that I actually have in mind is that if you are studying right now, whether you're studying civil engineering, software engineering, computer engineering, electronics engineering, first of all, forget the fact that you must make a first class. I think that people overestimate themselves and underestimate their potentials for other things rather than only academics alone. And let me give some examples. So I remember when we were in 100 level, while some of us will wake up by 4 a.m. and go to the lecture theater to go and, reserve seat for a lecture that will be holding by 8 a.m. This guy in my room will not even bother to wake up at all. He will wake up by 7 o'clock and just walk into the lecture room, and he will most likely be at the back. Guess what? When we read the exams and the results was out, this guy will eventually make an A, like a far distant A. And there are a couple of people like that as well. So I'm saying in essence that there are some people that like just study from their secondary school days, how they were winning awards, and that these ones, they have natural talents. And it's just kind of like normal that because these ones have natural talents, there's a possibility, a very high probability that they're going to make first class. But you see, there are some people like us that we don't have that natural talent. What we have is called grit. We are very hardworking. We are like, if someone gives us an assignment and we don't know how to do it, we collect it first and go and learn how to do it. We don't have that natural talent. That's the kind of person that I am, right? And so, yes, I spent most of my time trying to chase first class. Yes, even though I finished a very strong CGPA, top of my class, I didn't make a first class. And I'm not saying that you cannot make a first class. I'm only saying that rather than focusing on your deficiencies, you can actually maximize your strengths, right? And which brings me to the next point, which is network, volunteer. Like if you are already studying right now and you are doing your best, aim at first class, but it doesn't mean that you must make a first class, but you can actually use the network that you have to your strength. A lot of people that I know that are successful today are people who spend time to network amongst their peers. Let me give you one very typical, example that most people actually don't think about. Is the fact that after you finish your engineering degree, your hiring manager or your recruiter is actually currently studying in social sciences. So it's in your best interest that you have that range of network of people from across different faculties, different departments, so that there's a high probability that when you finish your engineering degree and you need a job, the first person or the first set of people that you actually encounter when you're interviewing for jobs are those people that are currently studying sociology, demography, economics, human resources, international relations. These are guys that form majority of the recruitment process. They come to schools to do recruitment events. You hardly see an engineering graduate in those kind of events because that's their specialty. But if you're someone that while you were studying engineering, you've gone ahead to volunteer and become like a writer in Faculty of Law, for example, which I did, or you become a writer, or you become a campus journalist, you'll be able to speak their language and be able to communicate to them even when they come for recruitment, and they will kind of relate with you, right? So it worked for me because I was able to, be able to convince people. In fact, the worst thing that you can do for me if you are hiring me is to give me an opportunity for an interview, because with the moment I get to the interview, like, we'll just connect, right? But why I'm saying this basically is just the fact that as an engineering student, don't limit yourself to just academics alone. And just because you really want to make a first class, you want to, make a very strong CGPA, you forget other aspects of life, right? You forget other aspects that will actually make you successful in the future. And that brings me to the third point is join the professional bodies early enough and be active, like be very active. I know a lot of people would say, oh, what is the professional bodies doing for me? What are they doing for me? That's a very wrong question to ask. The actually right question to ask is, what can I offer the professional bodies? Just look, like currently if you are studying civil engineering, look for a chapter of Nigerian Institution of Civil Engineers in your department or in your faculty or in your school and volunteer. Think about, like, just look around and see what are the things that they lack. Could it be that they've not organized conference in a while? Be the one to volunteer to start that conference, right? What that will do for you is that you can now tap into the alumni network, and through the alumni network, before you finish school, you may actually have a job waiting for you. And you can get a job whether your CGPA is less than 2.0. You can even get a job before the first class students, because you're able to tap into the alumni network and you're able to build your network. And the fourth point is that most things that people miss is your path advisor is actually your friend. He or she is your cheerleader. I remember in my days, like, our path advisor, she's just an amazing person, right? I know people are different. Maybe some people may not be lucky enough to have good people that may be available for them. But at the end of the day, you also have to be proactive, right? So your path advisor is actually your cheerleader. He or she wants the best for you because they are also rated on the success of their student. It's also their joy that they see their student doing well. So don't run away from your lecturers. Don't run away from your path advisor. Make them your friend. If you have any questions, if you have any issues, it's always good that you engage them early enough, right? And the final point is, guys, learn how to sell. I know what you are doing right now is to learn how to design, learn how to avoid risk, learn how to do all of the things that we used to do, like, Fourier series, strength of materials, all of those things. But the most important thing that will help you is, after all this is done, who knows what you are doing? Who knows what you are selling? How do you get your product to their table? You have to learn how to sell. This was one of the things that I know that it's not something that I just discovered out of the whim. I think that I was just lucky enough to get into an organization that trained me how to sell. So guys, you need to learn how to sell. Whether you are already in final year or you are just a recent graduate, it's never too late. Learn how to sell yourself. You are a product. Don't forget that. You are a product that has been produced by the university. So you need to learn how to sell yourself such that potential recruiters and employers can see the value that you are bringing to them. I hope this blesses someone. Thank you.